What's up, my friend? I hope you're doing well. And today I just wanted to walk you through my experiences as both a Podia user and a Kajabi user. And I want to share with you why I switched from Podia to Kajabi. Now, both of these platforms are wonderful all-in-one platforms. They let you run your online businesses and essentially get up and running very, very quickly. But they do have some fundamental differences as well, which I do want to share with you. And of course, I want to share my experiences with you as well. But at the end of the day, you'll have to make your own decision on which platform is the better one for you. But just so you know, they do market themselves both as all-in-one business platforms, essentially. So just to give you a little bit of background, I started my online business back in, I think it was 2020. So a couple of years back now. And when I was on the market looking for some platforms, Podia and Kajabi and a bunch of others came up as well, Teachable and Thinkific and, Kartra and a few others. But Podia really caught my eye because it seemed like the most direct competitor to Kajabi in terms of the actual price being much lower, and the fact that it looks so friendly and so inviting. It really just caught my attention, and I really wanted to explore what it was all about, And at that time, they were offering a 14-day free trial as well. So I'm not sure if they still are at the moment, but I took advantage of that 14-day free trial and I got set up. I had my first product idea. I started to build it out. And the first thing I noticed using Podia was that it was so simple and so user-friendly. And that's something that I think Podia really excels at. The thing is that they don't give you that many options to really fiddle around with and tweak, which allows you to really streamline the course creation process, email marketing, setting up your storefront and your website, all of that stuff. They take a very user-friendly, simple approach, and so it allows you to get up and running very, very quickly. I think to do my course, to get everything uploaded, set, it took me roughly 2 days, which was basically nothing for me. So the simplicity behind it was just unmatched for me. I was super happy with that. Plus, I think I was paying, $40 a month to start, which for me was a great rate. And then as I wanted more features, I then upgraded to the $80 a month plan. And now they have I think it's called the Earthquaker plan, which is a few $100 a month. But at the time, they just had those two plans. Another thing I noticed was that the overall design and the aesthetic of Podia was very family friendly, if you want to put it that way. It has a very cartoony kind of look, which is, I think, directly part of their branding. I don't think this is something that you can really change, the way their buttons look, the way the text looks. It's very fundamentally set in their branding and the way they kind of message themselves. And for me at the time, that was a very positive experience because I really wanted a brand that invited people inside, and I wanted them to feel comfortable using my website, my products, and so on and so forth. So I really had a great time using Podia in that regard as well, in that I could just set up my email templates, I could set up my Podia website very quickly, my storefront, and have it just look very sleek, very clean, and I could customize colors, of course, and change the text and stuff. But overall, the design was as it was, and it was totally functional for me as well. The other thing, of course, I really enjoyed was the price, of course. Other platforms were charging maybe, $80 to $100 a month or so, and upwards of that. Podia was charging $40 a month for their first plan. And actually now they have a free plan as well, which is really cool. They give you the option of building out your course, but not publishing it. But you do get a coaching product, so you can have a coaching one-on-one session with somebody. You can also sell a digital product, so a PDF, an ebook, I think is something like that. And then you have a couple of other options as well. So yes, Podia all in all for me was a really great experience, due to the cheaper price to start out with, and just the ease of use and the simplicity and the really sleek design that they presented. For someone non-techie like me, it was a really great experience to start out with. Now, to move on to some of the cons, though, over time, I did find that some of the simplicity meant that some of the features that I wanted were lacking. So especially, for example, in the email marketing side of things, I wanted to do some more advanced automations and some tagging systems. And unfortunately, Podia at the time did not have that functionality set up in place. So I reached out to live chat support, regard that, and they have some great support as well. I think it's working hours each day. And they gave me a couple of workarounds, but they weren't as, sleek as if they did have that function inside of Podia. But, I kind of used that workaround in ConvertKit and linked that up with Podia. And then I also wanted to create my website because at that time I was using Wix as my website hosting platform. And I wanted to move that over to Podia to save on cost, right? So I asked Podia about that as well and tried to set up my website, but I found that because the design was relatively limited and simple, it didn't give me that many options to customize my own branding onto the Podia website. And now I took a look at some of Podia's more recent material and what they're sharing, and they do give you more templates and kind of customization options, which looks really, really nice. But overall, you're still going to get that overall kind of Podia sort of look with the buttons, the way the text is presented, all of that stuff. So if that's kind of a deal breaker for you, if you want to be able to customize your brand completely using the Podia website, then just be aware that that might not be as much of a possibility for you as it might be on something else, like WordPress or even Kajabi, which has the pre-built templates that you can definitely kind of customize back and forth. But yeah, the main reason why I started to consider a different platform, aside from Podia, was due to the limiting features, and the price was amazing again. But I found that because of that, some of the features that I wanted, including automations and tagging and email marketing and that sort of stuff in my websites and so on and so forth, it started to hold the business back just a little bit as I wanted to scale and grow. So that's why I started to consider another platform, and that's when I started to take a look at Kajabi. And now Kajabi, on the other hand, is relatively similar to Podia, but think of it as, Podia as the little kid, and then Kajabi as like the parents, like the mother or the father. And I say that because they have a lot more robust features. They've been in the industry for a lot longer as well. They're essentially the industry standard. A lot of people put it that way. And for good reason, in my opinion. They have a lot of stuff that is out there that a lot of platforms still aren't doing. Kajabi markets themselves as an all-in-one platform, but I truly believe that they are deserving of that title. The fact that they can go through the different functions that they provide, but actually do them at a high enough level to run a complete online business off of. For me, that's really, really important. As I want to scale, as I want to grow my income and my leads and so on and so forth, I don't want to be held back by the platform's technology, right? I want to be able to grow, and I want the platform to support that growth instead of putting limits on it, And Podia, I have to say, they give you unlimited students, like unlimited customers, and I think it's unlimited products as well when you're building your stuff on Podia, which is wonderful. And I wish Kajabi had that as well. Kajabi does have certain limits on your number of customers at the start for each of their plans, as well as, the number of products you can build and so on and so forth. However, that being said, you can still create some great money through those product limits and those customer limits, but just know that as you reach certain points, you will have to upgrade if you want to continue scaling your business more and more. But again, the downside of Podia was just that the features were a bit limiting for me. So when I switched over to Kajabi, I found that immediately it was so much more robust. And so the email marketing came with complete automations. I was able to say, like, if someone submits this form, subscribe them to this email sequence. If they purchase the product, then unsubscribe them from this sequence, give them this tag, segment them into this new automation, this new email sequence, and so on and so forth. It allowed me to create these branches of automations that I could do within Kajabi that I couldn't at the time in Podia. And the when, then, and if system was very natural for me as well. Like, when someone submits this form, then subscribe them to this email sequence. And then the advanced automation or the condition would be like, if they have already subscribed to this email list, or if they contain this tag, then subscribe them to this email sequence, and that type of thing. And other platforms do this as well, like ActiveCampaign and ConvertKit, MailChimp. These dedicated platforms will give you these options and are obviously way more robust than an all-in-one platform. But for my purposes and how I want to grow my business through content marketing and so on and so forth, Kajabi really allows me to go above and beyond for what I really need for my purposes. So the overall robustness of that's not even a word, but the robust nature of the platform allows me to pretty much set up my complete website on it. I have my branding set up exactly the way I want on my Kajabi site. And then I've created my own landing pages on there. I've customized those the way I want to. I can add forms to them very easily. I can switch things in and out. A lot more flexibility there, which I really did appreciate. And yeah, the second point I said was on my notes, I said that the design is very flexible and customizable. So pretty much no matter what you're building, you're going to be presented with multiple template options that you can base your branding off of. So whereas Podia gives you like a blank slate with a kind of a pre-built template and with a couple of options, Kajabi gives you like pre-built templates that are already built out and designed. So in that way, it's really interesting because if you see like a visual cue, like maybe a certain poster or a certain, text box that you really like on a certain template, then you can choose that. And then all you need to do is just change the text and the images on that rather than building everything from scratch. So it just gets you up and running really, really quickly. Plus, Kajabi also gives you their pre-built funnels as well. So you can select multiple funnels. Like if you want to give someone a freebie, an opt-in, they give you that pre-built funnel right away. They used to call them pipelines, right? But funnels allow you to say like, okay, build a landing page, then give them their offer with, or their freebie with an email, and then lead them to like, let's say a sales page for a paid offering. And that's that 3-part system that's automatically set up through Kajabi if you wanted to. You can get way more complex. You can go through a complete sales system, like a 10-day launch sequence, for example. Like you give them over delivers, then you give them a series of emails that you want to customize, of course, over the next few days, and then transition over to the pitch for the paid product at the very end. And that's also a great option for, newbies or non-techie people. If you don't want to take the time to set all of that up, Kajabi gives you that option as well. So just the overall flexibility of the platform and the technology, the upgrades that come with the platform on a regular basis, those really allow you to scale your business with the platform instead of you coming across limitations that perhaps may hinder your growth or the speed of progress that you may be looking for. And then, finally, I really do think it's a true all-in-one platform. Like lots of platforms offer, the specialties in course building. They offer specialties in, let's say, community and membership building. Some offer really great sales funnels like Kartra, for example. Some offer, really great analytics and customer support. But Kajabi initially started out as a course hosting platform, but as they've continued to develop, they've really just stayed at the forefront of trying to be an all-encompassing solution for your online business. So again, that includes your full website, that includes, of course, your course hosting and your membership, community hosting, which is where it fundamentally is very, very strong. Then the email marketing is continuing to develop. Again, the automations really allowed me to, it made me feel more freedom with my business, that I could essentially segment and tag and send emails as I wanted to. The analytics are very good. You can see exactly how much you're making, how the customers are progressing through the courses, who has bought what, who's subscribed, who's unsubscribed, and so much more, right? And the fact that everything is integrated within the one system means that you don't have to tape together separate pieces of software. So back when I was using Podia, I was also using, like I said, ConvertKit and Wix for my website. And all of those together, they cost me around $200 plus a month. Whereas using Kajabi now, I'm paying $160 a month. And everything is more robust, everything is in one place, and again, it allows me to scale my business while Kajabi is supporting that growth as well. Just so you know, I'm on the growth plan, which is the middle plan. They give you the basic plan, the growth plan, and the pro plan, I believe. So the growth plan is the perfect fit for me right now. It gives me 15 products, it gives me access to, I forgot exactly how many customers, but it's like unlimited landing pages, unlimited marketing emails, which is really, really important. And I feel totally free to do whatever I need to on the platform at the moment. So those are just my personal experiences between Podia and Kajabi. And that's why I switched from Podia over to Kajabi. The main reason is because the Kajabi was just so much more robust at the time. And they're continuing to stay ahead of the trend. They're always listening to customer feedback. They're always implementing new updates and changes every single month. So it's really great to see. And just the overall interface is also quite inspiring. I find that when I'm working on a platform, I really want to enjoy the process of using it, because that will help me make a better product. And that will also come across in the content that I offer for free, and allowing my backend system to do the selling, the working, of all that stuff. It all starts from the user experience. And I think Kajabi and Podia actually have both nailed that to specific target markets. But the way, again, I think of it is that Podia is kind of like the child or the teenager. It's great for like someone who just wants to start out and see if online business is really for them. Whereas Kajabi is kind of like the industry standard, the rock solid solution if you want to start and grow and scale your business to as far as you can. That it's really the one-stop solution. Hence why it's more pricey than Podia, because it offers all of those robust features that you would need, whereas Podia is still kind of developing. It's a wonderful platform, no doubt, but there are certain elements that I found limiting when I was working on Podia that eventually made me switch over to Kajabi. So hopefully this kind of helps. One thing I will quickly say though is that Kajabi did have a bit of a learning curve. So going over from Podia to Kajabi, of course Kajabi had way more functionality to it. It was way more robust. So it did take me a couple of weeks to really get up and running with the platform. So I really took advantage of that 14-day free trial. Trust me, I really put it to good use, and I tried like every single day. I studied, Kajabi University. I wanted to make sure I understood the platform as much as possible. And yeah, that was the one thing that I noticed was, in addition to the price being a little bit more expensive, there was a bit more of a learning curve. But eventually, once I got over that, it became a lot of fun to use, and I'm able to, again, grow my business using the platform. So just a little note there. But yeah, hopefully that was helpful. And if you're entertaining, either platform, of course, now I'm using Kajabi full-time for my full business. I'm not really using anything else, so I can highly recommend it if you're starting out and you want that platform that will allow you to start your business but also grow and scale as well. And they typically give you a 14-day free trial on the website, right? But if you want to use an extended 30-day free trial, then I want to give you that option using my affiliate link below in the description box. And essentially that just means that after your 30-day free trial, if you become a paying member of Kajabi, then part of your payment will come back to support me and this channel, which is greatly appreciated. There's no obligation, but just so you know, you can get that extended free trial if you want to, using my link below. And in addition to that, to make your Kajabi journey super easy, I want to give you 2 bonus mini courses as a thank you for signing up using my link. So the first one you'll receive immediately after signing up for your trial, and it's called Kajabi in 30 days. So during your 30-day free trial, I'd highly recommend checking out the course, going through the videos one by one, putting it into practice so you get your system up and running. So by the end of those 30 days, you're already selling, you can create that revenue and continue to fuel your Kajabi subscription for the long term. And the second mini course you'll receive after you become a paying member, you can just send me your receipt and I'll confirm that and send you the course. It's called Content Marketing for Creatives. So this is literally the business model that I'm using to run my online business and create a source of income that allows me to work less hours, but also scale the income further and further to basically free me up to do what I enjoy the most, which is like writing music, creating content, and so on and so forth. So if you're interested in those courses, you'll get them again in addition to the extended free trial, and you can get that using my link below, christophersiu.com/Kajabi. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, let me know in a comment below. I'm more than happy to help out there, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.